Before the flame, there was only darkness. Not an absence of light, but a presence, a living entity filled with unseen dangers. The cold was a constant thief that stiffened joints and stole life from the unwary. Survival was a moment-to-moment battle, fought in the deep shadows that clung to the savanna floor. Fear was the air they breathed, a primal instinct honed by millennia of being the hunted. Every snap of a twig was a potential end. They were small things in a vast, indifferent world, huddled together against the crushing loneliness of the prehistoric night.
But within this fear, a new spark was igniting: intellect. An observant Homo erectus watched the world with an intensity others lacked. He saw the patterns, the habits of the great cats, and he saw the sky. During a gathering storm, as others cowered from the thunder, he watched. He saw a massive bolt of lightning strike a dead tree, which erupted into a column of impossible orange. He saw the predators, the very beasts of his nightmares, give the raging spectacle a wide, respectful berth. The connection was made. The terrifying skyfire could be a shield.
The storm passed, leaving the air clean and charged. The distant tree was now a column of smoke. While the clan remained paralyzed by fear, the observer felt an illogical pull. Curiosity drowned out instinct. He had to understand. He rose and began to walk towards the smoke, a profound rebellion against every survival instinct coded into his being. The others chittered warnings, but did not stop him. He was not stalking prey or fleeing a predator. He was walking towards a question, a promise of something that would change everything. As he drew closer, new sensations washed over him: a dry, powerful heat, a constant, hungry crackle. The tree's trunk was blackened, glowing with the deep red from within. Flames licked at the remaining branches like bright, dancing spirits. It was beautiful and terrifying. He watched it consume the dead wood, moving with a life of its own. He saw a smaller, fallen branch, burning at one end. Instinct screamed to stay back, but curiosity whispered for him to act. Slowly, cautiously, he reached out, grasped the unburnt wood, and lifted. He held the sky fire. The journey back was a transformation. He was a torchbearer, a carrier of an impossible burden. The burning branch carved a bubble of light around him, a moving island in the encroaching twilight. The shadows, once his enemies, now fled from his approach. In the distance, he saw the glint of twin eyes watching from the tall grass. His heart pounded. He raised the flame higher, a defiant gesture. The eyes held for a moment and then vanished into the gloom. He had held up the light, and the darkness had retreated. This was a new power.
He arrived at their shelter as night fell. The clan saw him coming, a moving star in the dusk, and scrambled back in fear. He was bringing the destroyer into their home. He ignored their cries. With a clarity of purpose, he walked to the center of the cave floor and gathered stones, creating a small circle. Into this he placed the glowing end of his branch, feeding it with dry twigs. The flames caught, grew brighter, and pushed the living, breathing darkness out into the night. He had not just carried fire, he had created a hearth.
The fire changed the night. The clan, drawn by the warmth and light, slowly crept closer. Fear gave way to awe. They sat around this new, warm sun, their faces illuminated. For the first time, the dark hours were not lost to fearful sleep. They could see each other's expressions, mend tools, and share food with a new sense of communion. They learned that meat held over the flames became tender, releasing new flavors. The fire became the nucleus of their society, the center of their world, a captured star to gather around.
But the greatest change was invisible. It happened in their minds. The fire was more than a tool or weapon. It was a shield against the existential terror of the dark. For the first time, they held a power that was not of their own bodies, a piece of the world tamed by their intellect. It was a tangible reminder that they could shape nature to their needs. Looking into the flames, our ancestors saw more than burning wood. He saw a future. He saw the discovery of hope, a beacon lit in the deepest darkness of our beginnings.